Daniel chapter 1, if you study your Bible very well, the Bible says Nebuchadnezzar besieged Jerusalem. The mystery of the Babylonian captivity was because Nebuchadnezzar entered into Jerusalem and led certain people captive. He entered Jerusalem and besieged Jerusalem and brought out certain people. He didn't pick out everybody. He saw the young ones, those who are the future. He took them into captivity and they were there for a long time. Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, including Daniel, they were taken to captivity in their teenage years. They were teenagers when they were taken to captivity, and the Bible says he put them in the palace, wanted to rear them. The first thing he did when he took them to the palace, the Bible says he taught them Babylonian tongue, that they must speak like the Babylonians. Anytime the devil wants to put you in bondage, he changes your tongue not to speak like the redeemed, because he said let the redeemed say so. But the enemy wants to change your tongue, and he said he changed them to speak Babylonian language. I am broke, I don't have, I am sick. Those are Babylonian language. It's not possible. Those are Babylonian language. And the second thing was to give them the king's meat and the king's wine. Meat is doctrine, wine is spirit. The doctrine that you receive and the spirit in you is what controls your life. Am I speaking to somebody here? But Daniel proposed in his heart he will not destroy himself and defile himself with the king's meal. Daniel chapter 2, he said Nebuchadnezzar saw a vision and he saw a major dream, and he called all the interpreters and magicians and said, come and tell me the dream that I have dreamt. It is very simple for you to ask for an interpretation to your dream, but when you now tell somebody, come and tell me my dream and tell me my interpretation, all the magicians were hiding. But the Bible says at night it was revealed to Daniel. I like the word the Bible used. He said the secret was revealed to Daniel. Daniel said that knowledge belongs to God. He changed times and season. He set it up one and bringeth another. He said this is your dream and this is the interpretation of that very dream that you had. In Daniel chapter 3, because of his faith, they set up a golden calf that everyone at the sound of the trumpet must fall down to worship. But Daniel said to himself, this is not possible. Am I talking to somebody here? Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego, they conspired and said no one will bow, and they refused to bow. Because they did not bow, they did not burn. If you don't bow, you will not burn. Daniel chapter 4, Nebuchadnezzar sees another dream, and when he sees that dream, Daniel interprets it again. Daniel chapter 5, an handwriting on the wall. When the handwriting came on the wall, Nebuchadnezzar sent for Daniel. What is this handwriting? You have been weighed in the balance and you have found wanting, and the king promoted him. Because of the promotion, Daniel chapter 6, the Bible says this Daniel was preferred above the others because an excellent spirit dwells in him, and they found nothing against him except in the law of his God. And they made a decree that for 1 month no one should pray. And Daniel prayed and he was thrown to the lion's den. But before he got there, the lion of the tribe of Judah was there, and Daniel was brought out alive. Daniel chapter 7, my Bible says he sees a revelation about a beast and he fought the beast. Daniel chapter 8, he sees a revelation about a ram and about a goat. Daniel chapter 9, he begins to pray for his brethren, and in verse 22 he prayed for them, and I personalized this prayer. He said to them, in 1 week time, God will confirm his covenant in your life. And that is what I prophesy over somebody's life, that in 1 week time God will fulfill his covenant in your life. Daniel chapter 10, because of the prayer, he began to pray for his people. The prince of Persia got angry and came to contend him. But while he was doing that, angel Michael came and confused the prince of Persia and brought the parcel of the miracle. But because the prince was defeated, in Daniel chapter 11, the king of the north and the south in the realm of the spirit began to conspire against the people of God. And Daniel said to himself, the angel has come and gone. At this time, when the kings of the south and the north begin to fight, you don't don't need an angel. The people that do know their God shall be strong, and they shall do exploit. Daniel chapter 12, the last chapter, the Bible says, and Daniel said, Michael that standeth for the people of God, he shall fight for those on whose name is written in this book. If your name is in the book of life, you can't die cheaply. If your name is in the book of life, you become the responsibility of the angel. I come to prophesy that what touch your parents cannot touch you, what touch your mother can't touch you, what touch your father can't touch you. Tell somebody, touch me not.